Imagine if your entire life was captured on film. Your whole story from the time you were a little baby until you were all the way through adulthood and had a child of your own. The love of your life rejects you, your childhood bully, and the experiences there, and your time in war even, are all captured and shown for the whole world to see, millions and millions of people. This is the story of overcoming obstacles and winning the hearts of all of those people that are viewing you. This story is about the fictional character Forrest Gump, played by Tom Hanks. It was released on July 6, 1994. The film was directed by Robert Zemeckis, who won Best Director. Hanks won the Academy Award for Best Actor for the title role. He was paid $60 million for that one part. The film earned critical success, including Best Picture, Best Actor, and Best Director. I'm a huge fan of Tom Hanks, and I have seen almost every movie he has ever been in. In my search for a speech to evaluate, I decided on this one because Tom Hanks is always an eloquent speaker, unlike myself, but he always manages to give credit where credit is due while humbly accepting his own award. I've watched several of his speeches throughout the years, and again, he's always very well spoken. Today I will present an analysis of Tom Hanks, his Academy Award for Best Actor for the role of Forrest Gump. First, I will identify Hanks's use of disclaiming strategy. Then I will examine his use of acclaiming strategies. And finally, I will evaluate the speech using the principle of balance that is outlined in the text. Benoit says that success rhetoric tends to include both acclaiming and disclaiming strategies. First, Hanks uses strategies that can be classified as disclaiming. Benoit defines disclaiming strategies as discourse that communicates a sense of humility by disowning or disavowing full credit for the success. Disclaiming strategies can either be disassociations or detractions. Hanks is always generous to others when he is accepting an award, and this speech was no exception. First, he dissociates by sharing the award with others. So he shared the award with everyone who worked on the film with him by calling them an army of people. He didn't name anybody specifically except for the director of the film, and he mentioned him by saying that Bob Zemeckis worked much harder than I did. Hanks also shares the award with the other actors who he shared the screen with, but he never mentions anybody except for Bob by name. Second, Hanks disassociates by complimenting others. He says he shares the award by saying, "He is standing here in lieu of my fellow nominees who are just as deserving, if not more so." Hank shares the award with his wife, who has taught me and demonstrates what love is, which is a direct line from the movie as well, where he says, "I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is." So that was also a nod to the title role. Hanks uses these disassociating strategies to show that he has not won this award by himself. He is very gracious, and he only uses a small amount of acclaiming strategy. Benoit defines acclaiming strategies as discourse that communicates ownership for the success by neither claiming responsibility or significance for the success. Acclaiming strategies can either be entitlements or enhancements, and Hank uses enhancements for his speech. He uses a description of how he is feeling to be awarded such an honor. He uses extreme verbal imagery, and he says that he is standing on magic legs in a special effects process shop that is too unbelievable to imagine. He states with much emotion that his appreciation and the meaning of two simple words can never be diminished, and then he just simply says, "Thank you." He wraps up his speech by wishing blessings from God to everyone in the room and everyone around the entire world. So Hank's speech is a perfect balance of disclaiming and acclaiming strategies. Finally, my evaluation of his speech is that it is an effective example of success rhetoric. Benoit contends that telling the success story requires a delicate balance between the two, and that when it's successful, it is, quote, exquisite, unquote, the accomplishment. Hank uses both of them perfectly to achieve that beautiful, exquisite speech and example. He gave credit to the other nominees for the award, acknowledging that he was in fine company. He gave credit to everyone who worked on the film, including the other actors and every employee, and he gave credit to the director by name. He also gave credit to his wife, and his acclaiming strategy was very humble, as though he couldn't believe that he had been chosen for this award in spite of, or because of the company that he was in, and in spite of the fact that he had won numerous times for the same award. Hanks is a very well-prepared speaker, and he uses disclaiming and acclaiming strategies well. We can all take a lesson in humility from him. And here are all the note cards.